here on Instagram, on YouTube, where are we? Let me just make sure how the picture looks. We are live. Let's see how I look. So, this is what typically eat on a typical day. Let's see. Oh, so, what I have here is a very simple, I have a very simple um, diet here. And what I've got is blueberries that I've mashed up or after soaking in apple cider vinegar. And then I've basically, um, so I've got extra fiber from the apple cider vinegar. And then I've also got some bananas that I'm going to be having. So I've had just one dare peel. You can see I've got two more to go. So I'm going to be having those bananas. And it's 2:30 p.m. So think about that. This is my sort of my brunch, so to speak. And most people don't know that the problem with Jello and why it's not vegan is they actually have to. I don't know why, but they have to been using animal sort of proteins and parts to get that gelatin of thing. Now look at this. This is pure gold, I call it. Nothing but blueberries. So for a couple of hours in apple cider vinegar, marinated, right? And then from there, what did I do is um, I put them in the fridge. I made this maybe a week ago, and it gels together like anything you would ever imagine. Um, I travel a lot, so I'm in airports, I'm in hotels, and why can't they have healthy options like this? I even saw this. Somebody had a similar product on Dragon's Den, which is a Canadian version of Shark Tank. And it is like I've been doing this for years because I didn't like eating blueberries just kind of whole. Not a big blueberry guy. So I came up with this. It makes it so convenient. But when I go to Longo's, which is a premium grocery store here in the Toronto GTA area, these are not cheap. And the same thing when I lived part time in Bali, Indonesia. If you go to the Western supermarkets, you're paying because a lot of stuff which is imported, same similar prices, and alcohol is quite expensive there as well. So this is what we people talk about when we talk about whole foods and a whole food diet. The other thing I really want to talk about, which I feel is important, is the fact that I want to talk about is the fact that the direction of plant-based vegan food, because I know a lot of people, and me included, I can't be eating fruit all day long, and I go through a lot of fruit. Trust me, I go through a lot of fruit, and it's very important that we look at the ingredients of whatever we eat, because here is something. This is delicious. I bought this, and you can find your own. These are plantains. The key is they don't have a lot of ingredients, nothing but plantains. And one thing I'm not a big fan of, which is listed here, they've used palm oil. Now, palm oil, like other oils, are vegan, but palm oil is not the healthiest compared to other oils like olive oil or whatever. And you want to always check the nutritional level and what exactly is inside. I like the fact that this is actually a product of Ecuador, made there where plantains are plentiful, and these are delightful. It's just so good compared to the stuff when I go to, places you can buy it in bulk, like Bulk Barn and these other places. You kind of scoop it up. I like the fact you're saving on the packaging and all of, but it doesn't have the freshness of something like this. This is simply delicious. Would recommend this brand for sure. And just again, these are the simply plantains. These are awesome. So if you're looking for a delicious, unique snack, these are the way to go. So, if I'm going to open up another banana here, I want to talk about something which is very important to me, which is sort of the direction of what's going on. As I'm going into my 4th year now, after celebrating 3-year anniversary. And what I'm noticing is you really want to check out the labels of what you're eating, because you could be eating vegan and plant-based, but it could still potentially be unhealthy. And that's why people wonder why they're not losing weight, or their cholesterol is not going down, or their blood pressure is still really high, and all these sorts of things, because it's about really doing the research and figuring out what works best for you, because everybody's body and everybody's situation is unique and different. But sometimes we have to draw the line. That's very important. And what do I mean? Let's look at the example of what is known as the blue zone, right? The blue zone is essentially what? Areas of the world where the population lives to 100 or more, actually, or more than 100. Wouldn't that be amazing to live to 100 or more? And what they did is, when they look at the commonalities of the blue zones, was that 95% of their diet, right, consisted of being plant-based. 95%. And that was really strange, right? You would think in Sicily, where they would have a strong tradition of meat and ham, or in Okinawa, Japan, where they would eat so much seafood. But the problem is, because it wasn't 100%, because they still had the 5%, that left a bit of a gray zone, right? For some people that are not committed to the cause, that are looking for weaknesses, right? Because they didn't understand. Their philosophy was, hey, we don't eat till we're full, right? We eat till we're about 80%, and then they enjoy the company of their friends and family. And that's how it was really, that's how they lived wonderful lives. And if you go to YouTube or Netflix and watch some of those documentaries, it can be very, very inspiring. And that's what I ask all of you to do. So whether you're watching on LinkedIn or Facebook, you're watching on any social media platform, we're on Instagram today, we're on streaming on multiple platforms. And I truly believe you are what you eat. I'm eating a banana right now. You are what you eat. And the thing that I didn't realize is that it's like, like you're like, the type of people you surround yourself is reflective of you, right? It's the same thing. You are what you eat. And if you think, hey, well, I can go eat a steak today, and all this crap in my body, and tomorrow I can make it up and just eat salad and beans all day, and it'll just kind of balance each other out. And that, that's like saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to be a great dad today, and then tomorrow, I'm pissed off. I'm going to slap around my kids, and the next day I'm going to take them to Disneyland and buy them some ice cream. It's going to balance each other out, and it doesn't work that way. Sometimes you got to decide, okay, is there something bigger, and something more important. And what's your end goal? What's important to you? Where do you see yourself in 1 year from now? Where do you see yourself in 3 years from now? And where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? You should have at least some type of idea, and you need a roadmap on how to kind of achieve that goal. Because if you don't, then it's a dream, right? It's a pipe dream. And everybody's got those dreams, but sometimes you have to be open, like I was. Like I had no idea where my journey was leading me. And somebody said, "Well, could you ever go back?" And in my true heart, I would say I couldn't. And there's times that I feel a weakness, right? Because that's why we crave a lot of these plant-based alternatives, right? Here, this is a great brand. Look at the great packaging. These are dumplings. That's a great Canadian success story. And I love this brand. But again, if I were to go through here, they have a pretty healthy list in terms of um, this brand. I don't, you know what? It just says plant, so I don't even know if that's the name of their brand. But it's the packaging is good, even though you can't really tell their own brand name. And it's made from pea protein, Asian dumplings, and all that. Let's see, everything looks good. But the one of the interesting thing is they have the big plant, but nowhere do they even kind of mention vegan. And that's very interesting. And I understand that from a marketing perspective. And, they're playing up the plant, but they don't have, okay, they have plant based here, but they don't, anywhere do they say vegan. And I get it because sometimes vegan has a bit of a negative connotation, right? That we're not telling people how to live their lives, but maybe we can inspire to do better. And I have the same issues myself because at my work, where I earn a lot of my income, we sell things which are derived from animal products. We have pillows and comforters, and slowly I'm getting out of that. But it takes time. I can't just drop everything that I have right away. It's going to take time to make that shift. And at least I have that level of awareness. And that's what I'm hoping to inspire other people by posting this video to inspire other people. So I'm going to be eating my banana. You will not believe how good this is. Anybody I've given this to loves it. It's so simple. If I didn't have to go and do it myself manually, I could buy it somewhere reasonably priced. I would eat this thing up. You know, when you go to the grocery store, you buy the blueberries called the pit side, the pit, right? Those little plastic containers. So I usually buy 6 of them. Sometimes when the price used to be good, I used to buy the organic blueberries. But I realized I'm spending all my extra time, money, and effort in already sort of making it organic by removing any potential toxins and all that in the apple cider vinegar. And that's why this has got a bit of a tart taste to it. So that's one reason people don't like apple cider vinegar, is that little tardiness. And the juice in here is incredible. If you have a workout or meditation session, this is natural blueberry juice in here. That's all it is. Remember, the blueberries are 95% water anyways. Incredible. So I've got the banana. I just had some of that blueberry. I've got, remember, these plantains, which are made in Ecuador. Lastly, instead of the big brands like people know Beyond Meat or Impossible Burger and all that, those things are transitional foods. They're not at hardcore plant. Like I wouldn't like. I'll eat that if I have no choice when I'm out. I'm not gonna just eat salad and fries all day. Right? We should be given more healthier options. Should be almost like a requirement. You know. So and something like this is at least it's a healthier option. I want to plug a Canadian company that's doing really well, or we plug little mom and pop brands. Look at this, helping out the farmers and amazing plantains made in Ecuador. Right, that's a country I'd love to try to visit. So let me see if there's anything else I want to show you. Here's one last thing I want to show you. Again, a lot of these things can be adjusted. You know what I mean? Now this is a cauliflower crumble. I'll have to admit this was not my favorite one of the bunch. I think again it takes a lot of getting used to, right? And the problem is if you eat something that's very similar, like if I'm eating a vegan butter and it tastes really similar. But again, it has a lot of processed ingredients, right? So I love eating my fruits. This is what I'm eating right now. Bananas, I'm eating my blueberries, but avoid the processed foods as much as possible. And it can make truly a big difference. There's a reason the blue zone exists. Remember that. So it's not just how long you live, it's the quality of the life you live when you're alive. Peace out. There we go.